Hey guys, welcome to another recap of American Idol. This week we're in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and the show opened up with a little bit of a creepy Stevie-Randy duet. It was kind of weird. Is Stevie back on the juice? Because he's babbling, and it's really uncomfortable. Alright, so they started off the auditions with Scotty McCreery. McCreery? Yeah. 16 years old. They're really pushing the young kids this go round, and it's kind of uncomfortable. It's really weird. He's from North Carolina, and he's got like this really deep voice. I mean, it sounds really mature. He sounds like a 40-year-old singing. Don't get me wrong, it's good. It's just not what you would expect coming out of a 16-year-old, but it was a yes. Joe Repka was up next. He's 19. He wants to be on the radio, and, well, frankly, he's got a face and everything else for radio, except the voice. He's got like a hand mic thing going on. When he started singing, it was like, how many people are in there? Because it was all over the place. It's a no, and I'm not even sure if he's good enough for radio either. Sorry, Joe. Alright, Emma Henry up next, a 15-year-old. That is the magic number this season, 15. If you're 15, you're in. Alright, so she drove there, she got her permit, they let her drive. I don't know if that was such a great idea with the entire family in the car. She's got a little bit of a quirky voice. She was sick, it was a little bit scratchy. She actually needs a few vocal lessons, I think, because yes, she probably has some raw talent, but I really don't think it's there yet. And when she's not sick, when it's Hollywood week time, is she going to sound the same? Don't know. Alright, she pretty much cried her way into a yes, though, because they weren't too sure about letting her go through, and they were all like, oh, this competition's going to eat her up. We'll just keep her away from Steven Tyler then. Ugh. Alright. That all led into a bad montage, and when I mean bad, I mean delusional. Some guy even wanted to drink Randy's Coke. That was really weird. Alright, Naima Adabi up next. Great voice. She really needs to get her breathing under control, though, because nothing is more distracting when a vocalist is like, not cool. Alright, so she's tired of cleaning toilets, though, and they agreed with her. It's a yes. But Jennifer Lopez, at the end of this audition, she crossed the line. She called Steven Tyler Stevie. And you know what? It's Steven. And he let her know. Alright, then they had the actual clip of the guy doing the backflips and like landing on that guy's chest and face. You've been plugging that since the beginning of the auditions, and that's all you give me? They hardly said a word about it. I wanted to know if that guy lost a tooth or what. I mean, was he seriously injured? Because it looked really brutal. He got a heel to the mouth. But apparently, maybe nothing happened. Thanks for the hype. Alright, Jerome Bill up next. He's a wedding singer and a bar mitzvah singer. He sang Let's Get It On. I hope that's for the wedding and not for the bar mitzvah. It was a yes. He was really good, actually. Alright, Thia Megia up next. Can you get a more interesting name? That's pretty cool, actually. Again, 15 years old. If you were 15 in this round, you made it. No lie. She had an interesting voice. She had a really, she had the whole package. She was dressed kind of cool, and she looked cool, and she sang alright, so it was a yes. Nathaniel Jones up next. Alright, this is the one you've all been waiting for. The Civil War reenactor, aka LARPer. And where I come from, freak. Evidence, mom left. That's all you need to know. Check, please, it's a no. Mason Wilkison, another LARPer. LARPer is a human, maybe. He had to compose himself. It's a no, though, because he was singing to the sky. And if you can't look at the judges, it's pretty much a no. Molly DeWolf Swenson. Okay. This girl was way too full of herself. She was all like, Well, I went to Harvard and now I'm an intern at the White House, and you know what? Randy punched me in the face when he was trying to pump up the crowd. Okay, maybe he accidentally did that on purpose. You shouldn't hold it against him though. It was pretty shocking when she sang though, because with her attitude, I was expecting her to like suck, but she was actually really good. Which I hated because I didn't like her. She was Harvard. Ugh. All right, so that was a yes. Day 2. Yes, it's day 2 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Haley Reinhart was up first. She auditioned last season. Dime a dozen. She's improved, you know. It's a yes. There's nothing special though. I'm sorry, Haley. Maybe you'll prove me wrong in Hollywood. Alright, Taiwan Strong up next. His voice was very stylized. I actually really liked it. And that shaved head, it was a perfect chocolate brown M&M. Yum. Yumma. Yes. Alright, Steve Beghun up next. He's a CPA. And he's also Kermit the Frog as a contratenor. I'm really shocked that the judges put him through. I'm really shocked. It was a yes for him. That's all I'm gonna say. Vernika Patterson up next. She attempted that old Minnie Riperton song. La 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 la. You know the one. Alright. Then when she was horribly, they were like, no, we're gonna say no. And she was all like, is it because I'm fat? Is it because I'm not as skinny as some of those girls out there? No, it's because you can't sing. And she wouldn't believe it. She stormed out of there, which kicked off a montage of camera slappers. Get that camera out of my face. All right, so Albert Rogers III up next. I'm surprised he didn't bring number 2 and number 1 with him. It was all over the place, and Steven Tyler actually said that he liked it, but then he voted no, so I'm a little confused there. Scott Dangerfield up next. I thought this was going to be a goofball audition, but the judges kind of noticed that it looked like he was wearing lipstick, and it kind of did, but who knows. He said he was making out with some girl in line. He might have been. Could have been his girlfriend for all I know. It was really fantastic. I really liked the quality of his voice, and he had good hair, check. Good glasses, check. You're through. Alright, Megan Frazier. She is a Packer fan. An annoying Packer fan. Alright, she pulled out a J. Beeb song. Baby, baby. Yeah, but operatic. An operatic version. It was a no. She actually could sing. She was hitting the notes. But this is American Idol. It was a no. Alison Jados up next. When she walked into the room, Steven Tyler sat up straight in his seat and was like, love at first sight. But then she opened her mouth and sang, and deal breaker. He was pretty much disappointed, but he put her through because she sang Dream On, and he added his little Dream On. Yeah, it was half-hearted from him even. I mean, the love went right out of it. But it was a yes. And closing the Milwaukee auditions, Chris Medina. Okay, now his backstory is that he was engaged and his fiancée had an accident which resulted in a traumatic brain injury. So she's in a wheelchair now. But the doctor said that she wasn't going to live, and she lived, and she's in a wheelchair, and he's helping to rehabilitate her. Best backstory since Danny Gokey. Best backstory since Danny Gokey. He was good. He wasn't great. I mean, you know, he's probably nervous, but he was good. And then they brought in the fiancé, and let me tell you, they had to get a cleaning crew in there to clean up because there was not a dry eye in the house. They had to mop up gallons of tears. God, I love a great backstory. I'm so pulling for him. All right, so tomorrow it's Nashville. And, oh, by the way, it was a yes for Chris Medina. So tomorrow's Nashville. We'll see what happens. Till then, much love.